Hey guys, so I have been really looking forward to seeing Pillion. And you know what? Before we start, I forgot something. All right, much better. So you guys, I really wanted to like this movie for the reason being that it was an LGBT movie that was getting a major theatrical release. Also having Alexander Skarsgård as the lead and playing a gay man got me really excited because, come on, ever since Tarzan, who didn't fall in love with Alexander Skarsgård? So I was excited for this film. I had been keeping my eye out for it, and it finally came out in theaters this week, and I got to see it. I really was not feeling the movie, you guys, up until the last maybe 1/3 of the film. The first, beginning of the movie to kind of like get halfway through the movie, I just really disliked a lot of the decisions that were being made throughout the movie. For example, like, I don't know, like when they met and, the sub character goes back to his family. He's living in his parents' home, this grown ass man, and telling him about this guy that he met at a bar. They didn't even exchange any words, by the way. And just like, I was just like, what? Like, who does that? I found it odd. And so just like little decisions like that I just thought were stupid. And so they were just a lot of like question marks for me from the moment they met to when meeting up and fucking bringing the dogs. Like, it was just, I don't know. I was really annoyed with it just from the very get-go. And listen, I'm very aware of the BDSM community. I have friends that are in the BDSM community. And so I understand the sub and the dom dynamic when it comes to these types of relationships. But I don't know, just the way it all kind of came together just did not realistically work for me. I don't know. I mean, I just wasn't vibing with it. It wasn't hitting home for me. And I know it will for some people, and that being said, like, I don't know did the BDSM community want a theatrical release of their lifestyle out there? I feel like, this community is a bit more like underground, and which makes it a bit more special and, has that mystique to it. And now that like it's just so commercially released, it's like, did we need that? Did you guys want that? Like I mentioned, I have friends in this community. I've never heard them say, oh my gosh, I wish we were heard more. Or no, that's not the case. So I'm just curious to know how it's going to hit like general audiences, and just kind of having this, rubbed in their faces. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. And for those of you that are in the BDSM community, let me know like down in the comments, because from my personal experience and from having friends in this community and for going and also to going to some of these types of events like Folsom in San Francisco, I just feel like having this such commercial release makes it lose its mystique, its specialness that it has, and just putting it all out there like that, And now where I really started to like the movie was whenever you started to see their dynamic change. It became more of like being an arrangement to more of falling in love with each other, and seeing that relationship build and that dynamic happen, I thought was beautiful. So, I mean, it was a love story, right? It was a love story. So seeing it from this angle, that was cool. And I really liked that. And that worked for me. And I loved seeing it, so you guys, like, once it became about feelings and not shock value, I was in. That's when the movie got me and I was in. So I have to say, you guys, like, I have to give this movie a 3 out of 5. Like, I didn't hate it. I definitely didn't love it. And I just have a lot of feelings and thoughts about this, and just, I get what the creators are trying to do, but I'm not sure if it's what we asked for, what was needed. I don't know. I'd be curious to know what you guys think, especially if you're in this community. Like, where do you stand on this? But anyways, you guys, I'm going to go ride my bike into the night. So have a good night.